now. So I've actually started sewing mine. So I had to bring this back and show you something. Now, this is the armpit area here. So what I'm going to do is for the pocket opening, I'll simply measure 7 inches down because I want my pocket to start around the waist area. I want it to come up a bit. So you can do 7, you can do 8. You can just start from your slim waist area. That's the waist area. So it could be 7, it could be 8. So wherever you are starting from, you measure 6 inches down for the pocket opening. 6 inches, that is for the pocket opening, so that it will be wide enough for your hand to enter. So that's why I'm using 6, you could see, for my pocket opening. So once I do that, I'm going to notch that point. So it simply means that on my fabric now, when sewing, my sewing is just going to stop here. I'll lock my stitch here. Then also here, I'm going to come here now and start sewing again. Are you getting it? I'm going to come here, lock my stitch at this notch area, then start sewing from here, lock it from the beginning and take it down and lock it later. So at the other side too, I'm simply going to come here like so, matching up the armpit seam together. So now bring this here like this and measure my 8 inches. And if it is 7, whatever inches you decide to use, just make sure that your pocket starts from the waist area so that it doesn't go too low. So measure your 7 or 8, whatever you choose to use, depending on what your half length is. So that is that. And I'm going to measure from that point now for my pocket opening, which is 6 inches. So I'm going to go ahead, measure my 6 inches, mark that point, and notch it. So the notching must not be more than what you are going to see, to sew. So you can see that I'm doing it just a bit. This is it. It is enough for me to know. So I'm going to come here to notch it just a bit. This is it. So that is that for the pocket opening. And don't forget, you don't seal it. You omit that point. That is why we do that. So I'm going to now go ahead and seal the side. So because I don't want to trim off, so that's why you can see I'm maintaining my little seam allowance in this case. I'm just going to trim. Just make sure when you are doing this, all the end must match up. It must match up perfectly, so you don't have anyone left behind. So you keep sewing. And another place that must match up is here. It must match up perfectly. So I'm going to keep going ahead. And sew. So this goes to, that's the armpit. Must match up. So this is one of the reasons why we don't add more than 1.5. So even at times it could just be one. Because what you're asking is for me. So I'm going to log that point now and match up this place again. So I'll know where to start from. So now once I match it up, that means I'm starting from here. If you are not sure, go ahead and measure it. Are you see? So that's that. So I'm going to go ahead, release it so I can start where I'm meant to start from, which is my point 6 inches. So this is it here. I'm going to pull this up and start. once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing too for the other side. I've even started this one, so I'm just going to start rather where I stopped. So but if you don't want yours to have a pocket, feel free to just close it up. So no need for this. Let's say you want another design, a pocket you want to put at the front, so you can easily just omit this. So I've locked that point. I'm going to pull it, drag it up, and pull it like so, and start from here. Back to my shirt now. I've trimmed off this place. So the next thing I'm going to do is the same way we did the sleeve. Remember I said that. So I've turned it over and I'm going to top stitch it all the way. So I hope you still remember the way we did the sleeve. So I'm going to be top stitching this way. So you just go slow and steady. No rush. Don't rush yourself. Just take your time. So and you always have to take away the excess fabric that may want to be underneath. So just go slowly. So there's no magic here. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for this side and the other side, and I'm going to come back and show you the next thing. When you get to that pocket opening, lock the stitch, just like we did it for. You just have to use the notch in there as a guideline. So that is what is meant to guide you. So I've gotten there here. I'm going to. You can see I use the notch in as a guideline. So I'm going to pull this to up this way. Bring this over. So there's a notching here, so I'm using it as a guideline, and I'm still going to maintain the seam allowance there. So I'm still going to maintain it. So it's starting at 700 and going all the way. I'm going to do it all the way. So once you are done, I'm going to do the same thing to bring the other side to inside out. So I'll place this like so. So this is the notch here. Just be careful, making sure that you always take out the excess. This is the notch area. Remember I said we use that as a guideline. Once I'm done, I'm going to lock my stitch here. Then pull this one. This is the notch, it's outside already. Pull it all the way. Then look it in. once you are done, the next thing we have to do is to top stitch the side as well. Now the next thing we are going to do now is, this is the front, this is the back. So the stitch line must appear at the back piece, not at the front piece. So I'm going to bend this seam all the way to the back, then top stitch. So it must be at the back piece, not the front. So those are the little things that you have to note and be careful of when making crochet. So still making sure that I spread it open and I bring it to the I'm going to go ahead. So I have to fix this. So the notch here is going to give me a guideline. So I'm going to simply stop here. So this is it. I'm going to stop here. Now I'm going to pull it like we have been doing since. Pull it up. So I'm bringing this now to this side. So I can start from this post. So you always have to do this. We're doing this through the armpit area. All the way. So you don't have to be careful. So just go slow and steady. No rush. This is So that is that for this side. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. You can see what we have now. So it is at the back. Everything is at the back. You can see. I hope you can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing too for the other side. So making sure that this one too, I bring it towards the back, not the front. It must come to the back.